Here's a word for you. Now complete this word. There are high chances that you said soap. Instead, if you saw the word eat, you were more likely to complete the word as soup. This is priming effect. The idea of wash primes the idea of soap, and eat primes soup. The idea comes from the brilliant book Thinking, Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahnemann. If eat is on your mind, you will also be primed for other food related ideas like hungry, cookies or ice cream. If you ate at a wobbly table, you will be primed for wobbly as well. Like ripples in a pond, priming spreads across a network of associated ideas. Priming is not restricted to concepts and words. Even your actions and your emotions can be primed by events you are unaware of. In an experiment, students assembled a sentence from a set of words. Half the words were associated with the elderly, such as forgetful, bald, grey, or wrinkle. After this, the students were sent in an office down the hall for the next task. That short walk was the actual experiment. The time it took to cross the hall was measured for each person. The students who had formed a sentence from words with an elderly theme walked down the hallway significantly slower than the others. This experiment involves two stages of priming. First, the set of words primes thoughts of old age, even though the word old is never mentioned. Second, these thoughts prime a behavior, walking slowly, which is associated with old age. This priming phenomena, the influencing of an action by the idea, is known as the ideomotor effect. Reverse ideomotor effect also holds true. If you were walking slowly, you would tend to recognize words like old, wrinkle, or bald faster. If you are overwhelmed, acting like you are calm is likely to be rewarded by actual tranquility. The age-old advice of smiling in the moments of adversity is quite useful. Just like amusing thoughts make you smile more, smiling more brings amusing thoughts. In an experiment, volunteers were primed with money in 3 ways. They were asked to construct a sentence from a selection of money-related words, a stack of Monopoly money was placed on a table, and a computer screensaver with dollar bills was played. The results of this experiment were astounding. Money-primed people became more independent. They worked longer to solve a difficult problem before asking for help, showing increased self-reliance. They were more selfish. When someone dropped a bunch of pencils on the floor, they helped pick fewer pencils. Money-primed people also showed preference for being alone. They placed their chair further apart from others than the ones who weren't primed. These findings present a profound inference. In a culture where we are constantly reminded of money, it is shaping our attitude and behavior in ways that we are unaware of and of which we may not be proud. A few months ago, late at night, I was checking Twitter about a world event. It brought extreme reactions from people. There were too many angry tweets and I felt my heartbeat rise just by reading them. I took note of it and promptly closed the app. Gossip, sensationalism and negativity like this is anti-fragile. Our attacks on them increases their resilience to obscurity. If we instead choose to deny it our attention, it will have a shorter lifespan. Does that mean that we should ignore all the negative incidents in the world? No. I agree there is bad stuff in the world, but the medium of change can be by promoting the positive or priming, rather than condemning the negative, or at least tweak the frequency so that the former is more than the latter. I am a firm believer of the priming effect. Based on this theory, be positive becomes not just a hippie mumbo jumbo, but a practical motto with real effects on our lives. One of the ways I apply this in real life is by reading a nice book in the morning instead of reading the news, which is often sensational and depressing. Our decisions are not always driven by rational thought. They are influenced by subtle external cues we might not even be aware of. So if we want our decisions to make us better human beings, we should try to put ourselves in a setting which encourages the behavior we want to demonstrate. And if we all decide to do that, the world might become a better place, one prime person at a time.